They are seeking reason not to hear Obi Atiku's cases. Reactions as fire got Supreme Court. Exactly. They are seeking reason not to hear their cases. I'm sure what they did about the miscarriage of the tribunal judgment, I know that Atiku and Obi have tightened the news again and have produced more compelling reasons and evidence why Tinubu should not be president. Okay? And we all know, all Nigerians know, that what happened at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal was a mess of justice. Okay? The tribunal judges made a mess of justice. Now, at the Supreme Court, they're also planning to make a greater mess of justice, even with the level at which those cases have been appealed and articulated. It's quite a fortunate one for them to allow fire to get into the Supreme Court. This country is something else. So let's hear what they're saying here. A section of the Supreme Court complex in 3 arms zone, Abuja, has been gutted by fire on Monday. Viral video shows some offices of the Apex Court affected by fire in an early morning incident. The incident has continued to elicit reactions on social media, with many alleging it has political undertone, and that is not far from it. So that is what is happening. The fire engulfed a side of the judge's chamber of the Supreme Court. Wow. So Legit NG learned that men of the Federal Fire Service were able to attack the fire at the scene to put it out. Meanwhile, following news now trending on X, formerly known as Twitter, some social media users have expressed their thoughts. A lot of comments emerged from supporters of opposition parties. That is true. This is not unconnected to the ongoing legal battles involving Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, and Atiku Abubakar, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, and President Bola Tinubu himself. Both Obi and Atiku are challenging Tinubu's victory in the 2023 presidential election. And somebody is reacting here. He said, let me break this down. The idea is, since CSU will be releasing copies of my forged certificates and FBI will release my criminal records, I will have nowhere to go, and it is going to be dangerous for this case not to hold, burn the Supreme Court, so that we can have a reason not to listen to Peter Obi, PDP, and other parties' case. Wiki said, set the court ablaze. Can you imagine? That is smart, you know. So that is exactly what people are presuming in their mind. Okay? So what's what people are presuming in their mind? And somebody has written here, breaking, Supreme Court Abuja is currently on fire. Okay, that was on fire. The Supreme Court building at 3 arms zone in Abuja is currently on fire, with offices of some justices burned down. 3 justices' offices have already been razed completely, and the fire is still spreading. And so the fire is like this, and they're telling us that the fire just started, and somebody had to pick extinguisher and extinguish it at incipient stage, which obviously was a lie. If Abuja Fire Service is involved, there is no more an incipient fire. This is a very serious one. Another person is saying, you think these things just happen. They are burning evidence on a Monday morning when everyone is out and about. That is bad. Obviously, that is bad. So you think these things are just happening. They don't just happen. That is the truth. The proverbial saying of monkey hand don't enter inside support. Abi, monkey hand then inside support. And they have to remove it because monkey hand resembles human hand before they mistaken it to be human hand. Labour Party as well as other litigants must now think outside the box so that this doesn't impact on their cases. Exactly. Very, very, very exactly. The political gladiators are at work. They are ready to go to any length so as to retain their illegal position. And that is exactly what is happening there. Okay? It is quite an unfortunate situation. Somebody says, small time, they will tell us Peter evidence is no more. Abi, they will say fire affected it. And I'm sure that narrative is going to come very soon. They will say, but I know that Peter Obi and Atiku, they should have a copy of what they submitted to the Supreme Court reserved somewhere, so that when the time comes, they can't tell us they didn't have it. The duplicate or backup copies will be exhumed from wherever it's been kept. Legit NG earlier reported how fire gutted the section of the court in the early hours of Monday, September 25. The circumstances surrounding the incident remain unclear as of time of the report. And somebody's already commenting here, said the fire was not about Obi and Atiku. The judge of the court that got fire was to sit for certain case that yesterday. Can you imagine? But the will of God will always prevail. This is story, so this must be an insider that knows exactly what happened. But all of this will not be unconnected. I tell you, okay, in this rainy season, we are talking about fire. How? Rainy season don't finish now. Enemies of God are Nigerians at work, but he who laughs last laughs the best. Tinubu should try as much not to reveal what his real intentions are. Supreme Court burning fire is what we never heard of in Nigeria, except under Tinubu. Why? Hey, not be smart, Supreme Court is now in technical glitches. I go enter technical glitches. And somebody is writing, what do you expect when fraudsters and drug barons have taken over our political landscape? Are the dubious judges not aligned with them? My only joy is that we are all in the mess that they have made of the country. They have murdered sleep, and as such, we never know peace with their families and unborn generations. The environment they reside in will surely turn toxic with the air they breathe. The truth will never hide. So this is a very serious curse on these judges, because the way they have bastardized judiciary is just unimaginable. That is it. The man ruling Nigeria is an epitome of Harorana. Can you imagine? A criminal who is capable of going an extra mile to actualize his dreams. Exactly. That's to tell you the level of criminality in this government. It's a very bad one. It's a very bad one. And this guy is writing, this Ayaloko is obviously one of the Jacobanists that is supporting this evil. It's quite unfortunate, and people should change. And this guy is saying it is sad to notice that people from Southeast are heating up the polity with odious lies and falsehood simply because Peter Obi failed to win. Nigerians are not fooled a bit. It is their ambition to dominate other nationalities. Reason they will not get the presidency ever again. Can you imagine? So that is what a Yoruba person is saying, but that I will not generalize it. Yorubas are very good people. Yorubas are very good people. They are, even though every tribe has an unscrupulous element in it, so also Yorubas are not exempted. So the unscrupulous ones in the Yorubas are the ones causing problem. But Yorubas have good people as well. I know that. Okay, no wahala. If you say so, you know truth is bitter. Okay, he that covereth sin will never prosper, says the Lord. Somebody say, Aluko, go and sit down. Low life supporting criminals without any benefit. Exactly. You don't have benefit for supporting them, and you're still supporting them. Your life is not better, but you're not worried about it. So something must be wrong with you. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. Those are the expression reactions coming from the public about the impression that has been created over the fire that gutted the Supreme Court at Abuja. So let's have your comment as well for sharing, and thank you for listening.